Hello, my dear Cancer. I hope you're doing well. I go by Venusian Vibes, and I'm here to give you your October love and spirituality reading. So I've already shuffled your deck. I'm just going to shuffle a little bit more, cement all the cards into place, and then we'll get into your spread, okay? Now, if you don't want to watch me shuffle, feel free to fast forward, all right? I just like to shuffle a little bit on screen. Four of Wands. Some of you guys might have just completed a project. But we'll see. Two of Cups. That's very beautiful energy. We'll see if we see that card again. And the Lovers, wow. Oh, you guys are really having a little love life. Okay, and we're done. Okay, guys. Just gonna cut the deck now. Okay. Looks like you guys are coming through here. But we'll see. It's a shame that the Two of Cups and the Lovers didn't show up in the spread. All right, so before I get into your October spread, I'm going to get a look into your past just to see what's been going on with you guys, so I can get a good idea of where you've been, so it'll help me know where you're going to be in the future. So we have Seven of Wands, Seven of Wands, Lord of Valor, Death in the reverse, the Foolish Man in the reverse, King of Cups, Seven of Cups, and he's looking at that Seven of Cups. Wow. Ten of Wands. Okay, so I'm getting a sense that you guys have been in a love connection, and this person, however, could not make a decision, and it took them so long to actually. I don't know if some of you gave them an ultimatum, or if they didn't really just know how to have you in their life, if that makes sense. They didn't know, they weren't able to get their priorities straight. They were disorganized and not really knowing what they wanted. I mean, I'm sure that they cared for you quite a bit, or care for you if you guys are still together, but I'm not getting an indication of that too much. But it's for the past energy, and this can be leading up to this point where I'm doing this reading, going through to September. So if you are experiencing this right now, I'm not seeing an indication that this person is going to make a decision. It just seems like, look at his flower is wilting. To me, says that he has been so passive now for long enough to the point where his flower has wilted. So at least maybe 1 or 2 weeks at least, but I'm where you've asked this person, okay, like, what is this? What are we doing here? And it's just been too long. It's been too long of them not telling you and not being able to organize their life. And even their cup he hasn't even noticed that his cup is spilling. This person is very distracted. For some of you guys, your person has been very distracted by something specifically, and they've been dropping the ball on basically keeping up a solid connection with you. Once again, a man holding flowers. So this person is just all up in their head, the spirit of ether in the reverse. They're not making any moves in any direction. All in their head. A lot of fear-based thinking going on here. And so it's almost like it's ending or has already ended, or you're thinking about ending things now in September. Not because it's ended officially, but it's ending because there's no movement or answers happening. So no one, I'm not getting a vibe that someone has specifically, ended things verbally, but it just seems like things have ended because they're not making the correct effort. And you now are becoming very defensive. Yeah, they're resistant. I think for a lot of you, you asked this person specifically, like, where is this going? And they just haven't come up with an adequate response, if any. And so it's making you now very defensive and on guard. And you're trying to protect yourself. It's brought up a lot of insecurities for you that you feel like you need to protect yourself now for when a lot of you guys are thinking if this person does come forward at this point, it's been so long that you're going to have a lot of issues with them now. I think a lot of you guys are tired of this person's tendency towards indecision and their tendency to be kind of more of a passive person. They're coming through as a water sign like you. So you have found yourself another watery person, and it might not be the best energy to suit you. Or, well, for them, it might not be a suitable energy for anybody because nobody can deal with someone who's that passive and disengaged. But they don't ever seem to change. And I think some of you guys might just be frustrated if you haven't given them a specific, ultimatum situation or had that conversation with them. Then you're just tired of this person's general lack of effort and ability to make changes in their life. Okay. So moving into October, almost every sign has gotten the Four of Swords in the reverse. And this is because it's October and it is a time of reflection and a time to slow down and a time when spirit is at its largest influence in the material plane, going into late October, into Halloween. And especially this year, it is such a time based on planetary alignments to just slow down. And it seems like a lot of signs are being resistant to that energy, not wanting to go inward. So you guys have the Two of Swords in the reverse for your conscious energy. Lord of Peace restored. But it's in the reverse. This points to more, for me, it's more about not being able to make a choice. And it looks like the Cancer is having this energy as well. So you're likely mirroring the person who you're frustrated with in terms of not making a decision, not really knowing which way to go. Like, do I end things? Do I move forward? Since it's in your consciousness, you are well aware of how difficult it is right now for you to make a decision, and it's causing you probably a lot of like frustration with you, even you're just with yourself, because you just don't know how to move forward. And it's also because it's in reverse for others of you are simply waiting for this person to make a decision. And oh, sorry, 1 second. And you're simply just waiting for this person to make a decision, and it's leaving you in a standstill. So this energy is very much not moving forward at all, total standstill. And so you're either being put in that position or allowing yourself to be put in that position by this other person, or you yourself are struggling whether to end things or not. So it's going to be one of those two for you. Or both, even for some of you guys. Sorry about that. Okay. I'm just going to turn my phone on silent really quick. Okay. I think a lot of you guys are waiting for a breakthrough with this person. The way I'm reading this card right now is I'm seeing these hands, both these hands coming up, and it's indicating for me, the ideal situation for you right now being both parties, you and the person who's most on your mind, having a breakthrough. So breaking through all that stagnant energy and that lack of decision making, and whatever, some of you guys might be at odds about something, whatever's going on that's creating that stagnancy within the connection, or lack of communication. You're hoping for, your wish would be that you break out of your own indecision and your own confusion, and that they do as well. And you guys are both able to like meet together with clear minds and move forward. That's like your dream. But it seems more like both parties are in reality just taking a break from each other. And that's what I'm getting from that. But there is still a lot of connection happening energetically with the devil here. So this is a karmic bond, and that's probably why you're having this Two of Swords here. Why you're having this energy that is making things very difficult to move forward or to even know what direction to take. Very confused, clouded energy. Yeah, it's there's a imbalance happening. There's an imbalance happening for you guys of emotions. Emotions are running really high, and I think that they're also fluctuating quite a bit. So in one minute you're feeling very angry about towards this person, in the other minute you're feeling sentimental and loving, and then the next minute indifferent. And so you're having all this flux of emotions, and it's making things very difficult to sort through. But this is happening because, well, for one, it's Cancerian energy, and it's easy to be like that. But you have the Devil card here, indicating a twin flame bond for you guys that oftentimes can feel like a chain, like you're chained together with this person and you can't break free. When a twin flame situation isn't going well, it is often very hard to break those chains, and you end up feeling more that you're trapped in some sort of karmic bond with this situation or with this person in the situation. And so that's definitely on the table here. And it's going on throughout October, that you're not getting a release from this in October. Okay, so on the left side here, we have, sorry, I'm just trying to make this look perfect. So we have the Hermit over here with the Queen of Cups below. The Queen of Cups, I believe, is, for me, is coming through as your own energy. And so is the Hermit. So, but keep in mind that whatever I say about you right now, this energy can definitely be mirrored in the person that you're dealing with, okay? So we have the Queen of Cups and the Hermit. It looks like you are going to be taking quite a break from the world, definitely going inwards and being with yourself and your feelings and really trying to sort things out. I think that you're going to be gaining a lot of wisdom in October, a lot of very healthy form of self-evaluation and living internally and just going through, you know, trying to understand yourself more in the situation, more from a higher perspective, integrating all the different feelings that you're having and trying to understand why you're having them. So it feels like a very healthy place that you're actually in with yourself and how you're trying to transcend the situation with the Devil. Now, I think this person has in the past used mind games on you. And I think they're very disconnected from their own feelings. And they're as confused and as you feel, and as stuck as you feel, they feel that, you know, 10 times more. And I think it's because they are very disconnected from their feelings side of themselves. And so they're unable to truly gauge really what's going on, how they feel about things. They they also attempt to avoid making choices because they have no access to their inner compass. So, so I think you've had issues with this person in the past as being very difficult and coming at you in kind of an unfair way, being pretty dogmatic, not being afraid to be harsh with you, which is especially a problem for a Cancerian energy. No one should be harsh with a Cancer person. I think that it is no one should be really harsh with anyone, but for such a sensitive energy, it's especially hard for you guys to really cope with that, and any little bit of harshness they have will feel so much worse to you because of the sensitivity that you have. So I think that type of energy has been going on, but I'm getting a sense in October you guys are just tired of it and done with it. The way she's looking away from the situation and away from this card and this energy is telling me that you're going to be kind of done with that attempt that they make to be harsh with you, or to make it as though only their perspective matters and only their perspective is right and true, and that yours is, the way you see things, is crazy and wrong. Yeah, it definitely has affected you in the past with this. I'm seeing this bright black stain here, and it's blood from a goose, I think, or from some type of bird. And it looks like that has definitely had an influence on you in the past, and it has taken hold on you a little bit. But I'm getting the sense of that you are nursing yourself and kind of licking your wounds, and you are releasing the impact this person has had on you. You're done with the situation in the sense where if they come at you with that energy, it's not going to affect you as much anymore, because you're having such that strength in just your own self-discovery, and you're valuing yourself and your own experiences so much more, that especially with the Hermit card being there, that's Virgo energy, so that's going to be very helpful for you. So that's what I'm feeling for you guys. It's gonna feel really nice to, if this person does end up reaching out to you, and it's just the same old dynamic where everything, their perspective is so right, and you can't really get through to them. They don't seem to listen to what you say or care about how you're feeling. They definitely put it below their own thoughts. You're not going to bow down to it. I think if anything, you're going to stand your ground and be very simple, direct, and not really be willing to go around in circles. And I don't think you're going to be as emotionally depleted from the interactions you have with this person, if you have any. But there's definitely, it's not like you are releasing this person in October. However, I think you are finding a new way to handle the situation. This person, I'm what I've said about them so far is sort of painting them as a villain, but they're not. They just have a lot of unaddressed pain and sadness that they avoid, and they have all these coping mechanisms of avoidance. So it's really just coming from being a very hurt person. But despite being with your own self and being in the hermit mode where you're just, you're just doing you kind of, and you're kind of taking a break from anybody else's view and perspective and thoughts, and you're just none of that matters. I'm only caring about my own perspective and my own feelings right now. And you're learning a new way to approach this person, or not to approach, but to receive them if they approach you. So all that's going on, and it's really great. It's really great energy. As long as you don't stay in it for too long. With the Four of Swords in the reverse, sometimes it can mean someone who has become so comfortable in that rest phase and that phase of rejuvenating and kind of escaping the world. They become so comfortable in it that they actually don't really get out of it when it's time. So that's just one little thing to remember, that there's a time for rest and for self-focus and rejuvenation, but there's also time to be out in the world and making those moves. So just keep that in mind. Like I said, you're not going to be actually releasing this person in October, because the Devil card is here and standing very strong, indicating that the soul contract is not over in October. So I'm going to pull two more clarifiers. I'm going to get more on the Queen of Cups, so what's going on with you, and then I'm going to get a clarifier for the Devil energy as well. Just one card, please. Oh wow, that's great. You got Temperance, which is actually the energy that I was just talking about this whole time, so I won't get too much more into it. I'll just be repeating myself essentially. But I think also the Temperance card was, yeah, right here. The Temperance was right above the split of the deck. So I looked at it and I almost thought of adding it, but I decided to just stick with the 6 cards. But you got it in this deck, so it definitely wanted to show its face. Okay, one more card, please. Okay, so we got the Hierophant to clarify the devil. Both of these cards are indicating union. The Temperance is definitely referring to your own time where you're having self-discovery and you're in your just in your own internal world, and you're working things out and you're gaining clarity. And so you're being the divine alchemist within your own body, where you're merging different parts of yourself, and it's the spiritual process that you're going through with that Hermit energy and the Queen of Cups energy, and it's being shown in the Temperance. But also there's a new message that comes with the Hierophant coming out connected to the devil. It seems like the issues that are happening and are involving a higher level commitment. So it has to do, all the pain and the suffering going on within this connection is about different perceptions of commitment. There's attachment present, but there's not commitment. And that's been what's been very painful. The way these two cards are coming out right now, and they're both upright, I'm getting a sense of a future where things might actually work out between you two, and you might actually somehow reach a higher level commitment. It's going to really involve coming together and treating each other as equals, and really getting to know each other and caring about each other's perspectives and values. There's misunderstandings that have happened in the past. And there's definitely a resistance to commitment, probably on both sides. You might not realize that you are also resistant to committing. You probably have a fear there that you haven't recognized. That'll be something to address as in October, as you enter into that self-reflective mode. So I'm really feeling this sense that these cards are so much about connecting on a higher level than you have been with this person. And if you can obtain that, and it'll be through mutual respect and listening, if that's possible in the future to achieve that, then it looks like, I think for some of you guys, you might end up in a committed relationship with this person. I'm going to get one more card for you guys from the Dreams of Gaia deck, and I'm going to read to you the message. It usually comes in the form of advice. I'm going to ask specifically about what you can experience in the future with this person, going off of these two energies. Okay, you got the Ten of Cups. It's a really beautiful card. And this is a very high level of happiness, like the completion of a cycle as well. Okay, I'm going to read this to you guys. Okay, Ten of Water. The Ten of Water symbolizes both a beginning and an ending. It is that moment when we let go of emotions that bind us to the past and find ourselves truly living in the present for the first time. It is a feeling of divine connection with all and everything, feeling and knowing that love dwells at the very core of our being and always has. It symbolizes a period of time when we can move through life with a serene sense of ease and fluidity, even when surrounded by turmoil or conflict. When the weight of past emotions is released and everything flows in the manner it is meant to, our emotional state now influences our life in a positive way that makes it easy to see and understand how powerful we truly are when we divest ourselves of emotional hooks to the past that only serve to limit and restrict us. To know yourself to the extent that you understand why you feel as you do, and then realize that you have the choice to react in a different way, is to have control over the energy that you project. Instead of creating a reality that is a reflection of unconscious emotional energy. The Tin of Water lets you know you can now consciously project your feelings and create a future of your choosing. Have you ever noticed how someone can alter the energy of an entire room of people just by walking in and smiling? One smile, a kind gesture, a moment of attention and genuine interest can change a person's whole demeanor in a heartbeat. Some people seem to have an almost tangible connection to everything and everyone, and a single word or glance can bring joy. When the Tin of Water appears in the cards before you, she represents a state of serene grace that is achievable if you desire it. By consciously embracing a positive mindset and focusing on living a joyful life in this moment, on this day, and each day that follows, you can influence everything around you in the same positive manner. It is not about denying those influences that create discord and harmony. Instead, it is about choosing not to allow them to disrupt your life or steal your happiness. It is about starting each day with a smile, greeting everyone you meet with kindness, and focusing your attention on the things that bring you peace and joy. So I'm thinking that you are going to be embodying this energy moving forward, and it's going to change the structure of the relationships around you and the connections that you hold. So more things are going to be possible than have been in the past because you have shifted your energy so much. This card is very this energy is so reminiscent of the Queen of Cups that you're going to be embodying, and the Queen of Cups is so in attunement with her own feelings and so possessed of herself in a positive way, where there's no shame in her game. She doesn't lack the confidence of when she has whatever she feels and thinks, she feels at home with it and accepts it of herself, if that makes sense. There's no disavowalment and distancing of any parts of herself. She becomes very whole in just her warmness and openness to experience everything, every feeling, and every aspect of life. So that's a beautiful energy that you guys are going to be cultivating in October. And I think it's going to bring about a lot of happiness, and a lot of things that you didn't think were possible before are going to be possible because you're doing this work and you're cultivating this energy. So I wish you guys the best going into October. If you've enjoyed this reading, I am very happy, and it would be great if you could hit that like button. This is a new channel I've just made, and any support helps for me right now. And I'd also love to hear your comments of the reading as well. So yes, I wish you guys the best. Okay, till next time.